Meeting will now come to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
City of Romulus City Council meeting for Monday, September 14th, 2015. The roll will show that all members are present except for Councilwoman Makowski.
She's excused.
Thank you. Number 1 is agenda, 2 minutes, 3 petitioner, 4 chairperson's report, 5 mayor's report, 6A clerk's report, 6B treasurer's report, 7 public comment, 8 unfinished business, 9 new business, 10 communication, 11 warrant 15-17, and 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the approval of the agenda as presented. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Yes. Ms. Choke?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
2A is approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held September 8th, 2015.
So moved for September the 8th, 2015.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held September 8th, 2015. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choke?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair abstains. Motion approved.
2B is approval of the minutes from the special meetings held on Tuesday, September 8th. At 6:30 PM, there was a closed session to discuss pending union matters, and 7:15 PM, there was a study session to discuss third and fourth quarter city investments.
So moved.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from the special meeting held on Tuesday, September 8th. 6:30 is closed session, pending union matters. 7:15 study session, third and fourth quarter city investments. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choke?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair abstains. Motion approved.
3A is petitioner, and tonight we have PAC-SPEC, Mr. Gracie from PAC-SPEC, 8111 Middle Belt Road, Romulus, requesting a plant rehabilitation industrial facilities exemption certificate.
Good evening, and no, I'm not Jim Gracie. He will be coming up shortly. Tim Keys with the City of Romulus. I want to give you at least a quick background about what's in front of you today. We are requesting a tax incentive package for PAC-SPEC, which is a company coming into Romulus that will be, it has acquired, and will be moving into the facility on the corner of Middle Belt and Smith. It's 8111 Middle Belt Road. It's the former Federal Mogul GKN building. PAC-SPEC is a company that is based out of Warren and Ecorse and has outgrown all those facilities, has chosen to move into the city, into actually a building that had been abandoned for numerous years, 8 to 9 years. It is, from the city's point of view, a very good thing to get not only a company of their quality and the type of company that they're going to actually be expanding as well, but also to be able to get somebody in that building that is going to actually rehabilitate it and bring it back on the tax rolls and make it a facility that we can all be proud of, and as has been said earlier in the public hearing, hopefully can be used to actually help the rest of that area grow with some of the rehabilitation of the buildings. PAC-SPEC is a building that has, is a company that has 82 employees. They'll be retaining all those jobs and bringing them here. And once they get up to full production, which is going to be within the first year, 2 years, they're going to be creating 45 to 50 new jobs. Now, it should be noted that a tax abatement is not the city waiving taxes. In essence, what we do, we freeze their taxes for a period of years. So the city is not losing any revenue through this. What we're doing is freezing the current revenue we're getting, and the intent is to try to create an opportunity for the city, as these guys expand and grow, to get more taxes, more jobs in the future. At this point, I'll bring up Jim Grace, who can talk about PaxBack, who they are, what they do.
Good evening.
A little bit about what we do. We are a packaging company, as Tim had said, of some 50 years. Privately owned into the second generation. Over the course of the last 17 years in the city of Ecorse, we've had... Sorry.
It's kind of directional, so you got to
Okay.
speak into it, yeah.
You got to speak right into it, yes.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, over the course of the last 17 years in the city of Ecorse, we have enjoyed 3 different expansions, all obviously for good reasons, but we have gotten ourselves landlocked and had tried to work with the city of Ecorse to grow, and it was abundantly clear that the only solution was leaving the facility, at which time we started pursuing coming to an alternative site and then putting together a business plan to incorporate our other facility up in Warren, which was a distribution / manufacturing of chipboard operation. So these two are coming together and going into this facility. The facility is absolutely conducive to our needs, and it's the perfect size and the perfect layout for us to take the facility to all and adapt it to all of our manufacturing operations, as well as allowing us and affording us down the road to grow with the only need we'll have is additional people, which is where you want to be from the manufacturing standpoint.
Yeah, Mr. Wadsworth.
Just a quick comment. This is a very positive thing for you, for the city, and the building that probably, if it wouldn't have been, occupied in the near future, would have begun falling apart. Are you purchasing the building itself, or you're just
Yes.
leasing? So you're going to be the property owner too?
Yes,
Okay, fine. Thank you.
the 11 acres of it, yeah.
Very good.
Any other? None? Okay.
If I could, just, Mr. Chairman, just to echo what Tim said, PaxBack's been a great company to work with. They're privately owned company. They care about their current employees through this whole process. Jim Gracie's been in contact with my office and some of the new jobs that they're going to be looking to fill, both white and blue collar type jobs. So they care about the community. They try to make things work in their other communities, and we're happy to have them in this spot. And it was creative, putting this abatement together along with the brownfield. We're hoping this can kind of pioneer some development in some other areas. And they've been a pleasure to work with. They've worked long and hard. It's really important that they have the 8 years to work into their business plan so they can get this operation to be a success. So I thank Jim and his team for working with our team, and we're looking forward to having them have their home base in Romulus. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
if there's no other questions or comments, I'll make a motion for PaxBack at 8111 Middlebelt Road, Romulus, to approve the request for a plant rehabilitation industrial facilities exemption certificate, and we recommend the 8 years that you qualify for.
Or
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for PaxBack 8111 Middlebelt Road, Romulus, request for a plant rehabilitation industrial facility exemption certificate for 8 years. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, council. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Barb, Deputy Clerk. First of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Choate for filling in for me in my absence last week. Thank you, Ms. Choate. And at 7 o'clock, we had a public hearing with PaxBack for the request for this rehabilitation industrial facility exemption certificate. So we went in detail and explained well to us. So we wanted the viewing audience to also be involved. That's why we called them up and explained everything, what's going on. I don't have nothing. I just thank everyone for wishing me a recovery. I had just a little minor surgery in the mouth, and appreciate with all the calls and concerns. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Council. With that, that's going to conclude my report. I don't have anything else tonight.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Make a motion that we accept your report.
Support.
Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Ms. Roscoe, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Crowell?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved, and thank you.
5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, council, deputy clerk, and audience. Under my report, to start off this quote that ties into what we just talked about. It's one by Tom Brokaw. It's easy to make a buck. It's a lot tougher to make a difference. And thank you, council, for approving PAC-SPEC. Thank you, Tim Keys, and our team who worked hard on it. This is a company that's going to make a difference, not just make a buck. We can tell from day one when they came in, they've been great to work for. You'll be proud of that development, and we'll be proud of the jobs that are there. On another sad note, I would like to yield the floor to Councilwoman Abdo. We did learn of the passing of Dorothy Risner Kitchens today, and Mr. Chairman, if Councilwoman Abdo could make appropriate resolution for that.
Sure, Ms. Abdo?
Yes, I'd like to ask the staff for a memorial resolution for Dorothy Risner Kitchen, a Romulus, longtime Romulus resident. In fact, she was employed here at City Hall for many years.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for a memorial resolution for Ms. Rasner Kitchens. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Crowell?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, council. And if I could comment on that, I got to work with Dorothy when she was here. She worked in Bill Oakley's office, and I know she worked in some other areas as well at City Hall, but part of the Risner family, which is quite large here in Romulus, but she was great to work with. I went to school with Dorothy, didn't know her as well, kind of grew up together, but really got to know her here when she worked for Bill Oakley, and just did a fantastic job. And I tell you, they had the fundraiser for her at VFW a few weeks back, and it struck me, here I'm driving to a fundraiser for somebody that's battling cancer that is my age, and that's tough. And I know she has a family, she has children. Her mother, Mary Ann, I'm sure, is just really taking this very hard. I don't have arrangements, so since we didn't have a meeting last week, and I appreciate Ms. Abdo making the resolution. So once we get the arrangements, we'll make sure that council and other city employees know what those are. But just please keep the Risner family in your prayers.
John?
Yes. Oh,
Just a quick,
Wadsworth.
just a quick comment. I also like Mayor Burkroft, served while she worked there. She was a very nice person, and if you ever wanted anything, she'd go out of her way to help you.
okay. Ms. Choate?
Yes, she worked in the clerk's office for several months. She came in at a time when we needed her desperately, and she filled in until Ms. Fitzgerald came in to our office. So she's just a wonderful person. I thought the world of her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have any action items for my report tonight, but we have a lot of activities going on, and if I could invite Mr. Dennis Davison up to just kind of relay some of those, because we have so many things that are going on, especially we're coming into a busy week with festivals and so forth. So Dennis, give us a rundown, please.
Okay, thank you, Mayor, Council, Deputy Clerk. Well, as the Mayor said, we just wrapped up a very busy summer that included the reopening of 3 parks, including 2 dog parks. Brick Barbecue was built at Elmer Johnson Park, courtesy of the Rotary, the DPW, Bricklayers Union, and the Carpentry Union, which refurbished the archery range also at Elmer Johnson Park. We had a successful season. Downtown at the Historical Park, music in downtown, new Veterans Monument in our cemetery, and we're commencing to engrave new bricks for the Veterans Memorial in front of City Hall, and those bricks are now for sale at the Treasurer's office, at the Chamber office, and at the VFW. 22 people have signed up for the City of Romulus Public Safety Citizens Academy. A session has started on September the 2nd and will run through December the 16th. I'm proud to announce that we have completed phase 1 of our high school scoreboard fundraiser. Today we ordered a new scoreboard which will be installed at the Charlie Lau Memorial Baseball Field behind the high school, and that will be dedicated on October the 14th. We will continue to raise funds for the scoreboards at the football fields and the softball fields, and would like to thank everybody that donated, in particular the Burcroft family, in honor of Dean Burcroft, who was a good friend of Charlie's and was also on our committee back in 1985 when we dedicated the field in Charlie's memory. Tomorrow, the Greater Romulus Chamber of Commerce will have their monthly business luncheon, and this month's speaker is our Director of Public Services, Bob McCrate. I want to give all of you the opportunity to help serve those who serve for us. Join us for a packing event on Tuesday, September the 22nd from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. at the MIAT College of Technology at 2955 Haggerty Road in Canton. You can stop by during the event to drop off donations or help assemble packages to ship to U.S. military service members. I think we did this also last year, if I remember right. Okay, we're all aware that the annual Romulus Pumpkin Festival starts Friday night, runs through the weekend. Leading up to the festival will be the Cutest Baby Contest, and you can submit your pictures and application tomorrow here at City Hall at the city's Community Development Department between 8 a.m. and noon. Winners will be announced Sunday at 4 p.m. at the main stage. And for you homemakers and those of you with green thumbs, on Thursday, we'll be having a canning contest, pie baking, pumpkin growing, and sunflower growing contest. All entries must be brought to the Romulus Senior Center before 1 p.m. on Thursday, and winners for each contest will be announced on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. at the hospitality tent. The festival kicks off Friday at 5:30 p.m. with the popular sounds of Heinz Drive at the main stage. At 6 p.m., it will be bingo, the bingo benefit for the Romulus Animal Shelter, and it will run through 11 p.m. on Friday, 2 to 11 on Saturday, and on Sunday, bingo will run from 1 to 7 p.m. At 8 p.m. will be the annual Romulus Rotary Parade of Lights. The parade will start behind the high school on Tobine, then proceed on to Shook Road, to Goddard, through downtown, and ending up at the Progressive Hall. The popular band 50 Amp Fuse will be at the main stage beginning at 8 o'clock. On Saturday, of course, will be fun day all day, starting with the Boy Scouts pancake breakfast today at 8 a.m. till noon. Free kids games from 12 until 4. And on the track, behind the Senior Center, Tom Kuderick and the Romulus Rotary, with help from the Romulus schools, will set the Guinness Book of World Records as they string together over 325,000 bottle caps. So that's quite an event. Entertainment on Saturday will start at noon with 7 different musical groups and ending up at 11 p.m. at the Pumpkin Pub as Julian Lambert brings his dueling pianos. Boy Scouts will again start the day off on Sunday with the pancake breakfast, and we don't want you to miss out on your time of worship, so we're going to bring church to you. As the Romulus Ministerial Alliance will have ecumenical services from 9:30 until 11. Sunday will also feature chili cook-off, a tractor and lawn tractor show, and a beer tasting event at the Pumpkin Pub. And we, of course, are all proud of our heritage. And from 12 noon until 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, the museum and Kingsley House will be open for tours, plus various historical events. And we, of course, want all of you to come out for this glorious weekend, as once again, we show what Romulus is all about. For a complete schedule of events, go to romulusgov.com/pumpkin festival, and also watch us on Community Channel 18, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis. Also, we do have now out the Pumpkin Fest booklets that are out. There's some here. They'll be around town. Do want to make mention also that they're kind of dedicated to former Mayor Bev McAnally, who passed this last year, spent a lot of time in history in our community as well. So a nice tribute to her in that magazine, as well as many of the activities that Dennis mentioned and many more, as well as some ads about the event. So great time, a lot going on. Please come out, enjoy, and be safe. And unless there's anything else for me, Mr. Chairman, I would ask to be excused.
No, you excuse, Mayor.
Thank you.
6A1 is the clerk's report. For second reading, final adoption, is Budget Amendment 1415-26, Municipal Library Fund, and this was introduced at the council meeting of September 8th, 2015.
So move for the second reading, final adoption of budget amendment 14/15-26 for the library fund.
Support.
Been motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Choate, for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 14/15-26, Municipal Library Fund. Any discussion? Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A2 for second reading, final adoption, Budget Amendment 1516-4, General Fund, and this also was introduced at the September 8th, 2015 meeting.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe?
I'll make that motion for second reading, final adoption of budget amendment 15/16-4, general fund. And basically, this was for expenses and fund balance for the treasurer education, training, and workshops. Support.
Been motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Choate, for second reading and final adoption of the Budget Amendment 15/16-4, General Fund. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A3 is second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 15-16-5, Municipal Library Fund, and that was introduced at the council meeting of September 8th, 2015.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Abdo?
I'll make that motion for budget amendment 15/16-5 from the general fund. Basically, this, as you said, was going to the library.
Support.
Been motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Choate, for second reading, final adoption of the Budget Amendments 15/16-5. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A4 is second reading, final adoption of an ordinance to amend the Romulus Code of Ordinances, Chapter 36, offenses, to change the name of false alarms to nuisance alarms.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for second reading, final adoption of an ordinance to amend Romulus Code of Ordinances, Chapter 36, offenses to change name of false alarms to nuisance alarms.
Support.
That's basically all that is a name change.
Support.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for second reading, final adoption of an ordinance to amend the Romulus Code of Ordinance, Chapter 36, offenses to change name of false alarms to nuisance alarm. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo? Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A5 for second reading, final adoption, an ordinance to amend the Romulus Code of Ordinances, Chapter 22, Article 3, fire lanes, Sections 22-57 and 22-59, and Article 9, outdoor and open burning Sections 22-261.
So move for second reading, final adoption, ordinance to amend the Romulus Building Code of Ordinances, Chapter 22, Article 3, fire lane sections 22-57 and 22-59, Article 9, outdoor and open burning, Section 22-261.
A motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut, for second reading, final adoption of an ordinance to amend Romulus Code of Ordinance, Chapter 22, Articles 3, fire lanes, Sections 22-57 and 22-59, and Articles 9, outdoor and open burning, Section Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Crowell?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Mr. Chairman, could I say something, please?
Sure, Ms. Choate.
On this ordinance, there's nothing changes in the ordinance. It stays the same as it was originally. The only change that we are making is designating a different person who can enforce provisions of that article and can issue tickets for persons in violation of the article.
Okay.
Six A6 for second reading, final adoption, an ordinance to amend the Romulus Code of Ordinances, Chapter 2, Article 6, Departments, Section 2-389D, authorized personnel to issue violations of Chapter 2 and 22.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Abdo?
I'll make that motion to amend the Romulus Code of Ordinances, Chapter 2, Article 6, Department Sections 2-389D, authorized personnel to issue violations of Chapter 2 and 22. Again, this is authorizing other people will be able to issue violations of these ordinances.
I'll support that.
Okay. Motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Choate, for the second reading, final adoption of the ordinance to amend Romulus Code of Ordinance, Chapter 2, Article 6, Departments, Section 2-389, deauthorized personnel to issue violations of Chapter 2 and 22. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Crowell?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A7 is request approval for reappointments to the Environmental Protection Board and Construction Board of Appeals. The Executive Advisory Commission met on Tuesday, September 8th, to review requests for reappointments, and the commission is recommending the following reappointments for final approval by City Council. To the Environmental Protection Board, Brian McNeil, Joseph Ozog, Mark Wilhide, Margaret Leduc, and Catherine Morris, with all their terms to expire on September 8th, 2018. And to the Construction Board of Appeals, Rick Perry, Richard Rutherford, Sheldon Chandler, Philip Franklin, and Frederick Hay, with all their terms to expire on September 8th, 2020.
So move for the approval of the reappointment to the Environmental Protection Board and the Construction Board with the names that the deputy clerk read.
Support.
Motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for the reappointments of the Environmental Protection Board and the Construction Boards as presented. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Crowell?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A8 is a request for a public hearing for Monday, September 28th, 2015, to discuss the adoption of a resolution for Brownfield Plan. There is an allotted time at 5:30 PM.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I'll make that motion for us to have a public hearing request that was requested for Monday, September 28th, 2015, to discuss the adoption of a resolution for Brownfield Plan.
Support.
5:30, September 28th.
Been motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, for a public hearing request for Monday, September 28th, 2015, to discuss the adoption of a resolution for Brownsfield Plan at 5:30 PM. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Crowell?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We will have our study session. Public hearing.
B is a treasurer's report, and the treasurer asked to be excused this evening, and she had nothing under her report. Number 7, public comment, and this is the part of the meeting where the audience may address council. If you would like to speak, please raise your hand, and when recognized by the chair, approach the podium and state your name and address. And we do not have any written requests this evening.
Okay. Ms. Lemon from public comment.
Good evening, Jan Lemon, Porter Street, Romulus. I know this is a busy weekend for everyone, but I would just like to make the announcement that on Friday, starting at 5 o'clock, the VFW is having a taco night. If you have just a few minutes to drop in and support our veterans, I think it would be nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Hearing none, we'll close that part out.
Number 8 is unfinished business. Number 9 is new business. 10 is communication.
Ms. Barton,
Yes, Mr. Crowd.
I want to wish my wife a happy birthday, and I want to thank her for putting up with me for 41 years.
Right.
And that's a lot of putting up with me.
Happy birthday,
And I love you very
Sandy.
much, Sandy.
Double support that part about putting up with you.
Oh, wow. And I want to wish my granddaughter, Savannah Muffet, she turned 21 today.
Ooh,
21 today, and she goes to U of M College. And I love you very much, Savannah.
thank you.
There's two things I'd like to mention. I'd like to thank my wife for our anniversary for 39 years. On September the 4th, we passed, and that was my father's birthday, so we got married on his birthday. And I'm glad that I met her, and she's been a very, very nice lady. Happy anniversary, sweetheart.
Yes.
On another note, you know the Lions, they are very upsetting right now, but we'll be okay. Thank you.
Does this game count?
It counts.
Oh, okay.
This game counts.
This is
Okay, thank you, Ms. Smith.
Can't get any worse.
Right.
I have a question.
Yes, Ms. Choate.
What did we do about, I thought that the mayor wanted to close part of Bibbin Street? Did we
No,
take
they-
care of that?
No, that was taken out.
Okay,
Yeah, that,
thank you.
before it was ever sent out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 11 is warrant 15-17.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate.
I'd like to make a motion that we pay warrant number 15-17 in the following amounts. General Operating Fund, $94,889.64. Major Street Fund, $74,022.37. Local Street Fund, $11,321.51. Cable, $127.95. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $13,773.22. Street lighting, $42,124.47. Oakwood Special Assessment, $90.35. Sanitation Fund, $80,112.70. CDBG, $46.50. 911 is $1,310.16. DDA, $2,216.13. Tifa District 2, $118.75. Beverly Road, $258,007.50. 2014 capital improvement bonds, $94,575. DDA Goddard Road Construction, $50,279.53. Water and Sewer, $489,199.18. Motor Vehicle Fund, $45,606.88. Technology Services, $6,395.92. Retirees Insurance Benefits, $150,197.81. Revolving fund, $9,666.50. Current tax, $992,845.50. Delinquent persons property fund, $1,615.91. Payroll fund, $275,774.83, for a grand total of $2,694,318.31.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Mr. Kraut, to pay warrant number 15-17 for $2,694,318.31. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 15-17 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.